What's up, the squad? Back with another video. Y'all seeing the title of what's going on. Other videos y'all want me to check out, make sure y'all comment down below. Also, DM me on Instagram, LifeWithRecklezz, or email me, LifeWithRecklezz@yahoo.com. Like I said, y'all see the title. Honestly, I think it's more so of, it's a lot of talk when it comes to these different things rather than just doing it. And I feel like if you do it, then it'll be better. I feel like, honestly, that him being impeached needs to happen. Because reacting to the last video, if you haven't seen it, make sure y'all go check it out, about him rambling. He's doing he's going up on stage, not making sense. Quotes from movies, little different, just things that not even making sense. So much that I didn't see of what Biden is doing that it's ridiculous. And honestly, my personal opinion, I think it's making him, and I'm not even saying making him, it's making the United States look very weak based off of what he's doing and how he's doing it. Literally everything. It's nothing. This whole term has been a complete joke to me. But let's go ahead and jump right into it.
We begin the final hour of Fox and Friends with a Fox News alert. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is expected to tell House Republicans today that beginning an impeachment inquiry into President Biden is the logical next step.
The news comes one day after the Biden administration announced a prisoner swap with Iran that unfroze $6 billion in sanctioned money for that state sponsor of terrorism.
Griff Jenkins doesn't have $6 billion, but he can report on it. He joins us live from Washington, D.C. with the details. Hey, Griff.
Hey, good morning, Brian, Pete, and Ainsley. And this is very fast moving and breaking. Fox is confirming this morning that the House Speaker, Kevin McCarthy, wants the House to pursue an impeachment inquiry. Now, McCarthy called it, quote, the logical next step for their investigations into the president and his family. So what happens next? Well, a meeting to discuss impeachment is set for Thursday morning. It's the House.
But y'all trying to discuss, I don't know if they have to. I'm still learning everything. But I feel like it's more of taking action to do this, because if people actually cared, they would honestly want this to happen because of what's going on. Like, it's literally like the stuff that I've seen on the news and you should be able to go on the news and see stuff that the president is doing is somewhat, I'm not even saying to be perfect, but somewhat good. At least 40%, 50%. And I know that's very low, but judging what he's doing in office, it's literally nothing but negativity. That's all I see.
GOP conference, and they want the key committee chairs like Jim Jordan of Judiciary and James Comer of Oversight to lay out their latest findings in the status of their investigations. Now, McCarthy's impeachment greenlight comes, as you mentioned, 24 hours after the Biden administration announces a controversial prison swap with Iran. 5 Americans detained in Iran appear one step closer to coming home. But this deal, solidified last week by Secretary of State Blinken, but not made known to members of Congress until yesterday, is being slammed by Republicans given the timing. Senator Tim Cotton issuing a statement saying this, quote, first, Joe Biden used 9/11 as an excuse to flee Afghanistan. Now he desecrates this day by paying ransom to the world's worst state sponsor of terrorism. Shameful. According to the deal, the Biden administration will release $6 billion in frozen Iranian funds to Qatar's central bank, where it can only be used for food, medicine, and other humanitarian purposes. Plus, of course, the prisoner swap, 5 Americans for 5 Iranians. Now, critics of the deal worry Tehran will find a way around the limitations on the funds to enrich their nuclear program and further support Russia's assault on Ukraine. Interestingly, President Biden did not address the deal during his 9/11 remarks yesterday in Alaska. And back to that impeachment movement news we're watching. Now, there will be a meeting tomorrow, regularly scheduled, of GOP leaders to set the week's priorities. I think we have an inclination of what that is now. Guys?
Hey, Griff, does this mean that the speaker believes he has the votes? I mean, would they announce it without believing it's lined up?
too early to say, and great question, Pete. I mean, we'll learn more, I think, after the regularly weekly scheduled Wednesday GOP leader meeting when they lay out their priorities. We may get a little more of a sense for how much support McCarthy has for that, I think.
All right. Thanks so much, Griff.
Thank you, Griff.
You've been saying for the last few weeks that so many people are worried that are in those purple states.
Yeah.
They don't want to vote for this.
Right. Not yet. But here's the thing. Democrats, the argument has to be made. I wouldn't need to do this if you didn't slow walk every one of my requests. You don't provide the people to for questioning. You have 5,000 documents by the National Archives. They have not given it over with Joe Biden's pseudonym communicating with Hunter. And then you have countless other inquiries that take a year to get back. So now you'll have subpoena power with some teeth behind it. That's what the inquiry does. It puts some muscle behind your requests, but there's still more to find out about. Now, you have a lot of Democrats coming forward saying, listen, they haven't really found anything. It's been a big nothing. You're going after Hunter on gun charges. What's the big deal? I think they found out a lot. I mean, my goodness. Yeah. I think they made unbelievable progress, starting with those 20 shell companies that came out, the millions of dollars with Romania, with Ukraine,
17
with
phone
China.
Calls.
The phone calls, what they had from Devin Archer.
The 1023.
The prosecutor, firing the prosecutor in exchange for aid. Tax dollars?
So I'd be interested to see which Democrats are saying that, because are they the same Democrats that voted twice for impeachment, once over a phone call that was confirmed to basically be accurate at this point, and then January 6th? By the way, in neither of those cases did Nancy Pelosi launch an inquiry that required a House vote. She did it herself without having a... So what Kevin McCarthy's arguing is if you go through an inquiry, you have the time to first validate it with a vote and then gather that evidence that may help moderate Republicans be able to justify it and say, hey, listen, we did it the right way. And oh, by the way, you can deny all you want in the media that there's no evidence there. You're just covering your eyes because you don't want to see, because the rest of us see, based on the efforts of House Republicans and some reporters, the obvious, which is there was influence peddling inside the Biden family when he was vice president. They didn't ever think he'd be president, so they fast forwarded with it, and they've continued to do so.
Absolutely.
And he bragged about it.
It's Jamie Raskin, by the way.
Okay. Well, he was on the committee for impeachment.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah. Thank the good Lord for the Republicans in the House, for Chuck Grassley, who released the 1023, and for these whistleblowers. Without any of them, we would not have any of this information.
I'm Steve Doocy.
Well, one thing for sure is that a lot of people, I feel like, are I'm not even gonna say switching a Republican or, but if anything, being independent and just watching, what's going on, because I feel like with the Dems, like a lot is not sitting right. A lot is not sitting right. Been reacting to political videos for I'm pretty sure about 5-6 months now, and I didn't seen so much of what Democrats has going on. It's ridiculous to me, and it's definitely sad of you not doing what I feel like a lot of people just needs to pay attention. I feel like that's the main thing, and that's what I strive to do when I'm putting these videos out, is to get this out as much as possible, because I feel like it's important. Because we're in a time now that it literally I'm not liking, and it's scary. I definitely can say that it's definitely scary. But make sure y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate y'all tuning in, watching this reaction. Catch y'all next time.